Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine and today I will be your guide through the Moonology Oracle by Yasmin Boland, artwork by Lori Menna. So Yasmin Boland is an astrologer and an author from the UK. She's widely published for her astrology forecasts, as well as being the author of the Moonology Oracle and a number of books and study materials that go along with the Moonology Oracle. So I always admire people with marketing skills because if you have a really good idea, you might as well share of it as much as possible. So this is a 48 card deck and guidebook. Let's have a little look here. And it comes in this really nice two-piece box. It's published by Hay House in 2021. Lori Menna is a graphic designer. She does mixed media digital design. I'll put her website in the description box below because she has really, really neat artwork and you can get it printed on anything to include yoga mats. I was eyeballing a yoga mat there. That was pretty darn cool. A little expensive, so it's something you have to think about, but anyway, you get a very nice 135-page book that goes with it, has a description for each of the cards. She also has some spreads and some information on how to use the cards in the front of the book. But here's how I use the cards. So this was from 2023. I got this lunar phase calendar online. This one I particularly got from cafeastrology.com, and it gives you the date and time that the moon is in phase in one of the astrological signs. So the way I use this card deck is, as you can see, this one says full moon in Cancer. So I arranged the cards in the order of the lunar calendar that year, and on the date that the full moon went into Cancer, or the start of the full moon in Cancer, that's the card I would have out on a stand, and then that would be my reading for basically this 7+ days or so that was until the next phase. So each one of these is either the full, the noon, the first quarter, or the last quarter in an astrological sign, and it does follow an entire astrological year. Sometimes if you have a blue moon, you might have, say, I think in 2023 there were a couple of repeats in a month. So, I would make a note on my chart and then I would pull that card again for that week as necessary. Really, really beautiful artwork. We'll go through this a little slower, one by one. How about we do that right now? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the cards here in the Moonology Oracle. And we'll begin with the new moon. We'll take it as like suit by suit. We'll go new moon in astrological order. And as you can see, the illustrations are very straightforward. It's a new moon, it's Aries. New moon in Aries, go for it. New moon in Taurus, know your worth. Yeah, Taurus, very concerned about money and savings, investment, that kind of thing. New moon in Gemini, think it through. Yes. Seeing both sides of the situation. New moon in Cancer, relax. New moon in Leo, shine. Because Leos just can't sit down. They are not the back seat. They don't go in the corner. New moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. New moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. New moon in Aquarius, open up to change. New moon in Pisces, attune to the divine. All right, let's look at the first quarter moon. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. First quarter moon in Taurus, release control. First quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. First quarter moon in Leo, be humble. That's a little tough for Leos. I'm a Leo rising, so I can relate to that. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. First quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. First quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. First quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. First quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. And first quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. Now we'll go on to the full moon cards. Full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify. Full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Full moon in Leo, go wild. Rawr. Full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. Full moon in Libra, find a balance. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. Full moon in Pisces, forgive. And now we'll go on to the last quarter. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. Last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Cancer, take a breather. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. Last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. Last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. Last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. Last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Pisces, take less, feel more. Well, I hope you enjoyed our journey through the Moonology Oracle deck. Roses and thorns for this deck. I have no thorns for this deck. It is beautifully illustrated and very, very well written. I think Yasmin Boland's focus on using the phases of the moon to help create insight and a sense of personal power when you're trying to manifest, get some clarity. I think it's bang on. I think it's very, very insightful and very enjoyable. I thoroughly enjoy just printing out a lunar calendar where the lunar phases. And like I said, I will put that in the description box below where you can find that information online. Very, very interesting. It gives a wonderful little thought of the week. If you like this video, please hit like. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. I am going to follow this up with a reading, like a regular reading, using some of the information and spreads that Yasmin Boland has in her book. and I hope you will join me for that video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.